to spend some time today answering several questions, kind of explaining who we are and what we do, and so you can get to know us a little bit better. Check out this sweet video.
What's up, guys? I'm Drew Williams.
Hi, I'm Tony Waters.
Victoria Smart.
Ethan Perea.
Shane Vandal.
Question number 1. How do you stay informed about the latest trends and developments in the real estate market?
You could, there's things everywhere. You can do email subscriptions for real estate news. You can look on social media, look on your local MLS, and just see what homes have sold recently for how much and what areas.
Sure. I spend a lot of time talking to lenders about market forecasts, where we're at. I pay a lot of attention to podcasts. I read different articles. I try to stay a little specific to the Pacific Northwest and what's happening here, as every market has a lot of different things going on.
What inspired you to pursue a career in real estate, and how has it shaped your journey so far?
I was a first-time home buyer. We didn't think that I could buy a house ever, but I had a need to because I had 4 dogs and I couldn't rent anywhere. So I was like, I have to figure this out, and I did. And now I help other first-time home buyers.
Very true.
I got into real estate because I was a first-time homebuyer with 6 dogs.
No.
If you could live in any fictional home from a movie or TV show, which one would it be and why?
Colin's house from Twilight.
Does anyone know that show?
That's in Washington. You can buy that. Is that on the list for later on down the line in life?
Yeah.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
that city
Moving
over
to
the
Forks.
peninsula? Yeah, Forks.
Watch me sparkle.
I think I would take Batman's mansion. Like secret entrances.
Okay.
See, I would go
More than
Iron
enough
Man.
space.
I'd
You
go
go
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man. You go Iron Man.
You want everyone to know. That's Drew's house over there.
I'd be like, do the cars come with too?
Share a funny or interesting story about a memorable encounter with a client during a property tour.
I've got a good one. It was actually while I was showing Victoria and her husband Brandon.
I know
home,
just this.
but I was showing them the whole house. We went to a back house that was like a room.
It's like a little shed with like a door on it.
It's like the back of the house. I don't want to leave anything not shown. And I opened the door, and a guy was currently in there getting high. And I was like, oh, we're going to shut this door, and we're not actually going to go see this portion of the house.
You didn't tell me what they were doing until now, though. I
Are you serious? You didn't know?
didn't. You get that.
Well, that's, the sales part. It's like, we don't need to see this part.
I got a good one. I was showing clients a house, and it was a newer build house, and getting through. Client had to use the restroom, and used the restroom while the water was shut off to the whole house, and didn't realize that till after they had used it. So I spent the rest of the showing finding water bottles or filling up with what was left in the taps all around the house, in the basement and whatever, to try to hopefully get the toilet to flush. And that client was actually me. I did it myself. A little brainless thing there. But
It's just number one,
so,
right?
Number one.
Okay.
Make sure it's okay to use the restroom at a showing, because sometimes you gotta go.
Alright, here we go. Okay. What advice do you have for someone entering the real estate industry for the first time?
I'd say be authentic. I think it's an industry that you can maybe lose yourself in because of the pace, the environment, and there can be ego wrapped around. And I think try to always just be genuine in who you are, and have that authenticity, as well as always come from a place of care and love, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what all of us can
Yeah,
do.
there's for sure, there's so much. The job really is about relationship first and foremost. And so being authentic is so important. And just being true to who you are and caring for people. So you gotta realize it's not all glitz and glamour. Some practical tips, there's ways to get your schooling done for free through partnerships here, specifically at Keller Williams. I encourage you to check that out. I'd encourage you to talk to several different people who are in the business to hear what they do on a day-to-day basis, what their day looks like, and maybe where they're successful, where they kind of struggle. There's some common pitfalls in the industry, so just knowing what you're getting into. But for sure it's going to be genuine, relational, and realize that there's a lot of hard work to be done in it.
What's the most rewarding experience you've had helping a client find their perfect home?
met a couple clients at an open house, and they bought this beautiful house out in Newport. Literally, it was like the most picturesque log cabin I've ever been in. And a boyfriend called me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend." And I'm like, "Congrats! Why are you telling me?" It's like, "I'm wondering if you can help me." And he's like, "I'm gonna buy flowers and then walk into the house, spell out, 'Will you marry me?'" And I'm like, "Gosh, you're asking the wrong person to do anything creative, but artistic. I'll do my best." And so on the day of closing, I got there about an hour early and to set everything up. And they walk in and he proposes right in front of me, and we all got it on camera. So
Did she say yes?
she said yes.
Oh, that is nice.
Real awkward if she said.
And we're selling the house.
Dude, I have a good story. I have a really good friend of mine who he had faced a lot of like adversity and struggles throughout life, and he had been renting for a very long time and never really thought like homeownership could be something for him, and maybe it was something in a long future. Well, turns out he was actually ready to buy then, and it was a scary process because it was a huge jump for him, but it was really cool to like see once he finally, we found the house. It appraised, I think, like 20, 30 grand above value than what he bought it for. And now he has 2 roommates that rent the rooms from him, and now he's doing great and paying a fraction of what he was renting, and now he's a homeowner. So it was pretty cool to see him kind of turn that corner in his life. So that's really awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
Share a quirky or interesting fact about a property you've listed or sold.
After closing, my client told me that she thought that her house was haunted.
Oh, had to send out the.
What made her think that it was haunted?
She told me, like, I swear I closed a cabinet and then all of a sudden, like, 3 of them are open. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sorry the
But
home inspector missed that.
luckily, they staged it and it's fine. They got it.
So if your house is haunted, I guess we have the hookup. Get that.
I listed a house with heroin needles and adult toys up in the attic.
Ooh. If you were to organize a real estate themed costume party, what would your costume be?
I think we do a Halloween themed open house where you're walking through, there's some candy in the kitchen like always, you're a nice realtor, and then you pop into the bathroom and all of a sudden a realtor pops out of the shower saying, "Do you want to buy a home?" With a big smile on their face. And
I would organize a real estate themed costume party where we all dress up like used car salesmen. And the requirement, the barrier of entrance is we have to pull up in base model BMW.
all right. If you had to create a real estate themed song for your team, what would the title be and who would perform it? Well, I would not create one. I would just steal Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA because it fits everyone's different personalities, whether you're on the West Coast, East Coast, there's always a song for you, just like Miley said. So, Party in the USA.
Since we're the Manna Group, I would have a song called Make That Bread by Post Malone and Reba McEntire. So,
Ooh, okay.
next new single.
Dynamic combo.
See, I wouldn't have a title. I just let Jack Black freestyle and do whatever. Like, you do your thing, little School of Rock action. Tell a story while I'm walking up.
If your dream home could be located anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
Spokane, Washington, baby. Let's go.
Location. That's what they say in real estate. I actually am a huge fan of Interlaken, Switzerland. I don't care what the home is like, I'd love to live in that city.
I think I'd say on the West Coast, somewhere where I had like a good chunk of land, can't see any houses, got that nice tall grass, and maybe a horse that I can ride. That's probably the dream.
You're gonna grow your hair out?
Maybe grow hair out. Fabio, shirtless on the beach.
Cassandra will love that.
I probably live in Malibu.
Malibu,
Yeah.
the sun, the waves.
Nice and tan. I'm really pale right now.
Thanks for taking some time hanging out with us today. Hope you get to learn a little bit about us. If you have questions about real estate, reach out. and look forward to many more videos coming through YouTube, Instagram, educational and fun.